Good evening. Thank you all for coming. My name is Brad Miller. I'm the Director of Admissions here at the Josef Korbel School. I know that we'll have some more people trickling in as we go throughout the evening, and we've got an interesting format tonight. So we're going to start out with hearing from our dean, and then following that you're going to be hearing from our faculty, and you're going to have a chance to meet with some of our faculty. So I know that people will be joining us throughout the evening, and if you do have to leave, that's fine. Feel free to make your way out as well. But this is really your chance to get to know us, to ask us questions, to kind of take us for a test drive, meet with faculty. We're going to have some alumni here. We're going to have some current students here. This should be a pretty good event. So feel free to ask questions, and hope it's a good, eventful night for you. I'm going to introduce our Dean Ambassador, Christopher Hill. He has been the Dean of the Josef Korbel School of International Studies since September 2010. Christopher Hill is a former career diplomat, a four-time ambassador nominated by 3 presidents, whose last post was ambassador to Iraq. Prior to Iraq, Ambassador Hill served as Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs from 2005 until 2009, during which he was also head of the U.S. delegation to the 6-party talks on the North Korean nuclear issue. Earlier, he was U.S. Ambassador to the Republic of Korea, and previously he served as U.S. Ambassador to Poland, Ambassador to the Republic of Macedonia, and Special Envoy to Kosovo. He also served as Special Assistant to the President and as Senior Director on the staff of the National Security Council. Ambassador Hill received the State Department's Distinguished Service Award for his contributions as a member of the U.S. negotiating team in the Bosnian peace settlement, and was a recipient of the Robert S. Fraser Award for Peace Negotiations for his work on the Kosovo crisis. Ambassador Hill graduated from Bowdoin College with a BA in economics and served and received a master's degree from the Naval War College in 1994. He speaks Polish, Serbo-Croatian, Macedonian, and he is a Patriots fan. So join me in welcoming Christopher.
Thank you very much, Brad. That was really unnecessary to read that whole line. It's great to see you all here. The job actually I'm most proud of having was a job I took right out of college, where I went to the Peace Corps and worked in rural Cameroon. And they gave me a Suzuki 125 dirt bike. I've never ridden a bike before. I learned very quickly. And I went around auditing credit unions. And sort of in the process of auditing the little village credit unions, making sure the money was there, I learned a lot about how America is considered overseas, and the fact that no matter what you're doing, whether you're an ambassador or a Peace Corps volunteer, for many people you're sort of it. You are what they think of Americans forevermore. And I was really struck by that sense of responsibility, and it was from Peace Corps that I went into the Foreign Service. And after 33 years in the Foreign Service, which I think is a great career, it's not the only career out there in the international field, but after 33 years of it, I thought I would come to Denver, Colorado. I'm writing a book, I'm doing articles, I'm trying to do things to make sure that this school is as well known as it should be, and otherwise spending as much time as I can with students. So I think the real fun of being a dean is those student hours when people often come in and say, you know, I'm not really sure what I want to do next. What do you think? And we really spend a lot of time with students. I would say I do that, but the reason I do that is I saw that a lot of our faculty do the same thing, that this is a faculty, and you'll get to meet some of them shortly, who are very much student-oriented, who really take very seriously their teaching responsibilities and their responsibilities to help students kind of find their way. Now, obviously, in grad school, you come here with a sense that you're going to kind of what you want to do, whether it's international development or security and diplomacy or human rights. We have several degrees that I think can really prepare one very well for an overseas career. I think it's very important to understand that the first job, there's absolutely no question that getting that first job is key. And we have a career development group here, and that's a kind of a rare sight to look over there and find the lights off, because usually they are here day and night. And Their job is to help students find internships and ultimately to help them prepare themselves for various opportunities, various job interviews, various opportunities in different fields. But as they try to help you get that first job, that first rung of the ladder, what our faculty is really doing is not just preparing you for a first rung of the ladder, but preparing you for overall careers. And the concept is that we help you get into a career, but the education you receive here, because it's not just training, it's education, is something that will sustain you throughout that career, so that when you reach program direction and you think back, and by the way, in the State Department in particular, but a lot of other things, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So in the State Department, it's sort of 10 years carrying people's bags in from the airport. It's then 10 years writing telegrams that a lot of people don't really care to read except for WikiLeaks. Let's kind of change that. And then 10 years sort of telling other people to carry bags and other people to write telegrams. But in short, it's a long slog, and it's not something you expect to sprint through. But throughout that long slog, whether you're a junior officer, a midterm officer, trying to get a grasp on what you're dealing with, and what we want to see is people look back to what they learned in Korbel, or the various courses they learned here. We have really a faculty, and I got to continue to stress this point that the faculty is the guts of what we do here. I mean, we have a faculty that is really quite expert. They have it's a faculty that basically does three different things. They teach, they do research, they publish, and they do service to the school. And part of the service is serving as a director of a degree program, or serving on faculty promotion panels, or various other things, because what they do in service is really to work together, to work as a team, and to make sure the school is as successful as it can be. So we have, I think, a menu of different degrees. You'll get a sampling of that when you meet, when you talk to some of the faculty members. We're constantly kind of monitoring these degrees to make sure that they're really what the job market out there wants. I mean, so there's no point in having a degree in something where once you graduate from here, you find that it's tough finding a job in that degree. So we monitor this, and we try to match the job opportunities with what we're preparing people for. We have in our curriculum, and we take a hard look at our curriculum. Most recently, last year, we took a kind of big review of it. We're looking to make sure that you are equipped not only with sort of theory of things, but also with so-called skill courses. I mean, every course is a skill course, but certain courses you are really learning things, and when you get into jobs and you will have peers in jobs, your peers won't necessarily have the skills that you've been able to get here. So, we look to make sure that you are, if not uniquely prepared, then certainly very prepared for some of the jobs out there. No question, this is a very competitive job market. It's especially competitive for people who coming out of school or something without a lot of experience. So we need to make sure that we prepare you for this competitive climate where you will have a very good chance not only of getting that job, but succeeding through that career. So I think I'm going to, Brad? Where's Brad? Is that enough? Have I talked enough? Because really, one thing you learn in the Foreign Service is you don't drone on with people, but you kind of get to the point. And so, Brad, I think, who am I turning this over to? Okay. Tara, take it away. Thank you very much.